If news breaks, we'll break in. This is the Miami Valley's radio station, WHIO.
Depend on it.
Have you ever heard of this guy?
It's Todd.
It's Todd, honey.
He's funny.
Monday through Friday.
5 to 7.
On the radio?
You can tell she likes Todd for Todd.
Well, not real character, that one.
Todd, let's do this.
Get the show started.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, you can't see me, can you? Well, that's the magic of radio, baby.
This is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. Many of you may not have heard this brand new theme that we use from time to time. Composed and produced by none other than Bryce Newton, local composer, music educator. Love it so much. So thank you, Bryce. Tonight on the show, we got a jerk alert. We got to talk about this guy in Eaton and starting that chicken coop on fire. Also, we got some mail call and tickets to see Rod Stewart and Richard Marx at Riverbend Music Center August 9th. Just listen for Rod and his hot legs. And when you hear it, be the 6th caller, 937-957-1290, and you're going to score those tickets. But yeah, we got to start with
Jerk alert.
Jerk alert.
He's just being a jerk.
Oh, shut up, jerk.
Great big jerk.
He's content to be a jerk, big jerk.
Jerk.
I saw this story yesterday on News Center 7 when I was in the studio, and I didn't quite gather exactly what was going on with it because I just had the video on. I didn't have the audio, and I was trying to do the show, but I was trying to, figure it out, and it wasn't until after the show I got the gist that there's this little girl, and we've been talking about it all day. Ron's been talking about it. This little girl in Eaton. This is her, I guess her first time showing chickens in the 4-H county fair. And, I was in 4-H. Now, I grew up in the suburbs, so we didn't have goats or chickens or pigs or sheep or cows or anything like that. I had friends at school that were in 4-H and did that. I took model rocketry, cooking, and Ohio birds. Very, very exciting. I know. Wow. But this little girl, this is so sad. Her name's Carly Watson. Now, the good thing is there were no, at least according to the story, no chickens were lost in this alleged arson. I say alleged in air quotes because we kind of have to do that because everybody is innocent until proven guilty. So it's alleged. But cops arrested a 26-year-old guy by the name of Benjamin Heggs, working with the state fire marshal and the Eaton Fire Department. Police were able to get a search warrant. So this guy apparently one night, a couple nights ago, for whatever reason, there is some stories out there that maybe he was annoyed by a rooster that these folks had in their chicken coop at one time. The other story that I saw is that they got rid of the rooster. So it's been rehomed with someone else. Maybe they live out in the middle of nowhere and the rooster can, roost all at once and not bother anybody in the neighborhood. But I'm not sure if that's the reason, if that's what instigated this, inspired this jerk to go and start this girl's chicken coop on fire. But the flames that, if you see the video, I mean, this was not far from, I couldn't tell if it was the chicken coop was right next to a house or right next to a garage or something. There was some structure right next to it that easily could have ignited. But this guy, he just went over one night and decided to put the whole thing up in flames. I don't understand the mentality of that. I mean, even if you are irritated at the rooster, arson is not the way to deal with it. And the other thing I don't get is there's so many people that have Ring cameras and surveillance video anymore. It's pretty hard to commit a crime and not be caught on camera. Someone's camera. Even if the place you're targeting doesn't have it, the neighbor probably does, or the people across the street probably do. And that's what I think ultimately led to this. You know, Eaton is not a metropolis. So once you start showing video of somebody, everybody in the community is like, I know that guy. I know all about that guy. You know, it doesn't make any sense. And, you know, her parents, this little girl's parents are talking to the news, and that, you know, she's been afraid to go out there because of this danger. And it's just tragic. Oh, yeah, they're talking about it right now. Yeah. On News Center 7. But more than a dozen chickens were inside, and somehow they survived. They completely survived. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. No chicken nuggets on her watch. Ain't gonna happen. But hopefully they'll throw the book at this guy. You know, arson. It's like I was saying. It could have spread. It could have spread very quickly, and it could have destroyed more property. It could have claimed people's lives. And I would like to know, not that it really matters, but what was he pissed off about? You know, was it the rooster, or is he just a knucklehead? This guy who's accused Benjamin Heggs. Is that it? Is he just a knucklehead? It's just a very jerky thing to do. So hopefully this little girl does well and, you know, comes through and has a great showing at the Darke County Fair. I guess it's like blue ribbons, right? You get blue ribbons if you've got the best chickens or cows or pigs or whatever it is, red, white, and blue, right? Is there no blue, red, and white? Is that it? Yeah. I didn't get any of those when I was in 4-H. What I did get was a certificate of achievement. That's right. I got a participant. Wow. That's right. I know. I was in, if anybody cares to know, I was in the Greene County Kids in Action 4-H group, and this was in 1982. And as I pulled this up because, believe it or not, I've got a bunch of archives, all my junk from the over the years. I got this certificate for being in 4-H successfully for 1 year. And that was the end of my 4-H career. Though my grandma Fryman, she was a 4-H advisor for over 50 years. Yeah, in Montgomery County. So anyway, well, there you go. There's Jerk Alert. We got some mail to get to here.
Sit back down and shut your trap. It's time for mail call.
Message for you, son. You should see a fan mail.
You got a message.
I got your letter. Amazing what you can accomplish by mail.
Congratulations, Skippy. You've got mail.
If you'd like to send me an email, eveningedgetodd@gmail.com. First one, it says, all right, Todd, I have a question you can pose to the Edgeheads. When do you swap your decorations after a holiday, specifically July 4th? I'm sure you guys have probably talked about how long you leave Christmas decor up, but what about the other holidays? Leslie's a big-time Edgehead. Leslie and I work at the same place. I usually decorate the lobby, but I let her do 4th of July. She's insisting we leave the 4th up until the end of the month, but I'm ready for Summerween. Summerween? Are we talking about actually putting Halloween decorations up now? Are we? Edgehead, Allison, and Piqua. I don't know about how long you leave 4th of July decorations up. I've always sort of, we just have a flag, but the flag is always out. We used to have bunting, but I don't know what happened to the bunting. We had a bunch of it, and then some of it, I think, got disappeared in a move. So now we don't have as much bunting as we would like. And by the way, bunting is very expensive. It is incredibly expensive. You wouldn't think that bunting would be that much, but bunting, well, that'll set you back. So I don't know. I feel like maybe a week after 4th of July is when the 4th of July decorations could come down. But this is the 250th birthday, so maybe you leave it up a little longer. I don't know. But I know some people that put bunting up all summer long. It goes up on Memorial Day and it comes down on Labor Day. Some people are like that. All good. Hey, Todd, this is Jamie from Tip City. I wanted to share something I put together just for fun. I'm a big fan of the Evening Edge, so I created a short promo song for the show using an AI musical tool. Thought you might get a laugh out of it. Feel free to use it, delete it, ignore it, play it, or do whatever you want with it. There's are absolutely no strings attached. I just thought it would be fun, a fun little gift and a way to say thanks for all the laughs. I tried to work in a few of the show trademarks. The listener calls, your legendary love of Cheez-Its, the Marconi Award nomination, and of course, the Evening Edge on WHIO. Hope you enjoy it. Keep up the great work, and thanks for making the drive home a little more entertaining. That would be take care, Jamie from Tip. Well, thank you, Jamie, for I played the new show theme that we got last week. That's pretty incredible. Listen to this.
Had a crazy day, need a laugh instead. Turn it up loud, it's the Evening Edge. Todd's got the jokes, the stories, the fun. Taking your calls from everyone. The Evening Edge, that's the place to be. On WHIO Radio, weekdays 5 to 7, you'll see a Marconi Award nominee, bringing laughs galore with a box of Cheez-Its, never far from the drawer. Got something funny? Pick up the phone, 957-1290. You're never alone. Join the conversation, be part of the show. You never know where the laughs will go. Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. Todd's on the air. Come laugh with him. The Evening Edge on WHIO. Where the funniest part of your evening is just one call away.
Well, I appreciate that. That's pretty good. It does sound a lot like the Dayton jingle that we played a few weeks ago, but I will use that from time to time. I love it. I might chop it up and use parts of it, but Jamie, that was pretty cool, and I appreciate you listening out there.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
That was awesome. That's amazing. I want to hear that again.
Had a crazy day, need a laugh instead. Turn it up loud, it's the Evening Edge. Todd's got the jokes, the stories, the fun. Taking your calls from everyone. The Evening Edge, that's the place to be. On WHIO Radio, weekdays 5 to 7, you'll see a Marconi Award nominee, bringing laughs galore with a box of Cheez-Its, never far from the drawer.
I love this.
Got something funny? Pick up the phone, 957-1290. You're never alone. Join the conversation, be part of the show. You never know where the laughs will go. Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. Todd's on the air. Come laugh with him. The Evening Edge on WHIO. Where the funniest part of your evening is just one call away.
I love that. I love it. There's some, you know what? it's AI and it does what AI does, right? But I thought it was great. There was a little bit of awkwardness in it. Like a couple of the lines, you could tell the AI was really trying to make them rhyme. But I love that. That is great. So, Jamie, I don't know if you're watching the live stream or anything, or you're listening, but I appreciate it. Thank you. That's awesome. That is cool. That was cool. I got an Ohio man story coming up. Well, I'll tell you what, Allison, pool floaty, you better be careful because there's a lot of time between now and Thanksgiving. A lot of time between now and Halloween. You don't want it to get destroyed. That's the thing about putting out decorations too early. I'm always afraid they're not going to make it to the holiday because, a lot of that stuff is not constructed terribly well. But I wonder when the spirit spirit stores start opening. All good. They're still showing the bison attack video. Wonder what the latest is on the bison attack. Yeah, that's you got to be careful of that, Alex. You're right. Hey, Oliver, can you look and see if there's an update on that bison attack? Channel 7 keeps showing that video, and I'm curious if there's an update. We had an update, I think, last week where the Parks Department said they were going to keep the bison alive. They weren't going to euthanize it, but I wonder if there's another one. It hurt.
Tropical storm heading toward for the Gulf states. We'll have more on that at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
We are going to have mad fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube this weekend down at Riverscape. It is Celtic Fest. WHIO is one of the big sponsors. We're going to have some folks here tomorrow night on the show for Wing It Wednesday talking about Celtic Fest. I think my buddy Steve is going to be here from the Dublin pub, and he always brings some good grub and Jameson. Yeah. 937-957-1290. That kind of sounded creepy, didn't it? That a little laugh there. Crazy Carla. You're on.
Happy edgy evening there, Todd.
Now, Oliver said, I don't think she's crazy, but she wants to be called crazy. So what makes you crazy there in Oakwood?
I don't know. It's just crazy with a K.
Okay, I got you. I like it. I like that slogan. So what's going on?
Well, the poor little girl with the 4-H chickens. I'm wondering how much damage to the chickens, even though they survived. Are their feathers singed? Are they not, are they molting all their feathers out because they were stressed out by the fire?
Lightly crispy, lightly crispy.
But, that's a concern. Like, there's, emotional damage to the chickens and she can't show them because they've lost all their feathers.
You know what, though, Crazy Carla? I think this could be an opportunity for her to go to the 4-H show and say, these chickens have survived a harrowing experience, and look how sturdy they are. They deserve extra consideration, don't you think? I mean, I would be like, wait, these are those chickens? Yes.
Yeah. I could see the 4-H community though banding if there's problems. Like, here's a chicken you can use. Here's a chicken you can use for your show, because if she can't show them, she's not going to win anything. And it would really stink if your first year you couldn't even really show.
That'd be a real chicken controversy. Chicken Gate.
Yeah. I was in 4-H for 10 years when I was a kid growing up, and did all sorts of different projects. I was in, like in a what I call city club. And now I've been an advisor for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Doing a city club and more like a country club, if you will.
A country club. I get that in Oakwood. It's the 4-H country club.
Well, see, that's the thing. There were 2 4-H clubs in Oakwood, which is pretty. There still is one,
right?
But I work with the shooting sports. But anyway, also about the what was the other topic
decorations? Real quickly, I'm way behind here.
Decorations.
Yeah, real quickly.
Real quick. Leave 4th of July up. All summer it's beautiful, but also especially this year they should leave it up.
Right, yeah.
But please, for God's sake, take down the gosh darn enormous skeletons.
Okay. Thank you, Crazy Carla.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
With Todd? Okay, yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Maybe that's why
Locally
she's
grown,
crazy.
Seriously funny on WHIO.
Live from the WHIO News Center, this is my
I think Crazy Carla doesn't like giant skeletons.
Could have gored me, could have done anything.
Carl Isom McDaniel is still reliving the moment a family trip to Yellowstone National Park took a terrifying turn.
We saw the bison, and he was down. He wasn't showing aggression or anything like that until it picked a target. That target happened to be me.
The 65-year-old says he and his grandson were on a walk after dinner when a bison suddenly charged at them, flipping McDaniel 8 feet into the air.
He just kept coming, and he was more aggressive. And as soon as he got off that tree, he launched me in the air.
McDaniel suffered a broken femur and is now recovering from surgery at Bozeman Health in Montana. His doctor offered a closer look at how severe the injuries are.
It's actually broken in multiple pieces, and you can see some fragments here, and there are fracture and break lines right through that.
This is the second documented bison attack in the park this year. Park leaders say bison will defend their space when threatened. But Mike McLeod, the eyewitness who captured the attack on video, says that was not the case.
They did everything right. And the bottom line is people come to the national park because it's wild and risky.
All right. I was getting a sound clip. That's a topic right there. Stories like that. Crazy, crazy stories like that. Well, one time at Yellowstone. Hey, Jamie. How you doing?
On it.
Don't give me that politics, Jazz. It's not my racket.
People are tired of hearing nothing but doom and despair on the radio.
Everyone just relax, all right?
The problems of the world are not in my department.
Now who'd like a cookie?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Before 7 o'clock, we got a pair of tickets to give away to see Rod Stewart and Richard Marx at Riverbend Music Center August 9th. Just listen for Rod's Hot Legs and be the sixth caller at 937-957-1290. All right, I was able to grab the audio of this guy, Carl Ism McDaniel. He's the 65-year-old dude who got tossed in the air by that bison at Yellowstone. And Channel 7 just had a clip. He's in his hospital bed talking about his encounter.
We saw the bison, and he was down. He wasn't showing aggression or anything like that until it picked a target. That target happened to be me. He just kept coming, and he was more aggressive. And as soon as he got off that tree, he launched me in the air. Could have gored me, could have done anything.
That, to me, I think would be an amazing talk show topic. Crazy animal encounters. Because people have had them. We've talked about them on the show. We've had folks call in, people that have come face-to-face with crazy wild animals and lived to tell about it. I had a friend who he's since passed, but I think I mentioned this like a week or so ago. He survived, and I don't think it was like a big shark. It wasn't like Jaws or anything, but he got bit by a shark on the back of his leg, and he had the gnarliest, coolest looking scar. And I just always thought, what a great story. When you go to a bar, lots of times people, for some reason, a little liquid lubrication brings out those kinds of topics, right? And then you're like, well, I can top that. This happened to me, or this happened to a buddy of mine, or, whatever. That would be an interesting radio topic, I think. People that have had crazy animal encounters and survived to talk about it. And it could be in your neighborhood. I mean, there's a lot of pit bulls that run around. that right there could be a story or a show within itself. But if you got something like that, 937-957-1290. I saw this story, and, I've talked about the fact I'm sort of open-minded when it comes to ghosts, the notion of an afterlife. I kind of believe there probably is something like that. But I'm not sure that there are ghosts roaming around, occasionally interacting. Maybe there are. I've just never had a real solid experience. I'm also not sure about messages from beyond, right? I've heard stories from people where, something happens, or they experience something, or it's an intuition that they have, and they immediately, credit it to a deceased loved one, whether it be a former, a spouse or a grandparent or even a parent or whoever it might be. I've never had anything like that happen to me, but I'm open to the notion that it could possibly happen. I bring this up because there's a woman here in Ohio. I think it's called Huron. Yeah, Huron, Ohio. She says that not long ago, she was out visiting her grandchildren, and on her way home, she felt inspired to stop at a gas station in Mount Gilead, Ohio. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. I see him nodding down there. It was either Gilead or Gilead, but I went with Gilead, and I was right. Anyway. She pulled in. She said she felt compelled to buy gas, and while she was inside, she decided to buy a lottery ticket. Now, she says that a few days prior to this would have been her anniversary with her husband, who had died 3 years prior. His name was Steve. So while she was in there, she decided to buy some scratch-offs, thinking, it's almost the anniversary, whatever. I'm going to, award myself or reward myself and buy myself some scratch-offs. But this time, she went for the big, expensive scratch-offs. Not the cheapos like I buy from time to time. The $1, the $2. The one that she bought was a $30 wild cash tripler. $30. That is crazy. That's a lot of money to spend on a scratch off. But she did it. And she did it because she says her husband always encouraged her to go big. Go big or go home, he would say. Well, she bought that scratch off and she won $30,000. 30 grand. After Uncle Sam takes their cut and the state of Ohio, she's going to bring home $22,000. And she plans to use the money to pay off a loan she took out after replacing the engine in her vehicle and making major repairs to her late husband's truck. But according to the Ohio Lottery, this win isn't the first stroke of luck connected to her husband. Before he became ill, he bought lottery tickets and left them in his truck. Months later, she found the tickets, which easily could have been discarded, right? Easily could have been discarded. Your loved one passes, you're going through, you're cleaning out their car. Maybe you just sweep everything up and, loose papers. One of those tickets was also worth $30,000. And they say at that time they used the money to remodel their home. But she's given credit to her late husband, who kind of, hey, sweetheart, buy some lottery tickets. I'm not sure if that happens or not, but that was a pretty good story. Also, another story about hitting it big. I think I may have mentioned this when we first heard about it, but it's been a number of months. 19-year-old guy lives out in Portland, Oregon. His name is Quinn Brown. On January 15th, he was out thrifting. I love thrifting. I love trying to find hidden treasure. I don't generally find anything worth too much. I think and I've mentioned this many times on the show, the big find that I made was a pair of khakis that had $23 in cash in the front pocket that I didn't realize until I got home and tried them on. So I had beer money that night. And I probably bought a scratch off too. But anyway, he was at this Portland thrift store, and he noticed another customer walking around with a Wilt Chamberlain warm-up jacket. And it looked pretty old, but he wasn't sure if, in fact, it was authentic. What are the chances of finding a game-used anything like that in a thrift store? Probably pretty slim. But he kind of stalked this other customer around the store, trying to figure out how he could maneuver and maybe get this warm-up, because he felt confident. He felt like it could be real. Well, lo and behold, this other customer decided they didn't want it, and they just threw it back on the pile of clothes. Well, of course, he jumps on it, and he grabs it, and he buys it for $3.07. Now, you know where the story's going, right? After he buys this Wilt Chamberlain Lakers warm-up jacket, does a little research. He contacts an authentication expert, and they were able to match the jacket with a photo from the 1972 NBA Finals. And it is, in fact, the jacket that Wilt Chamberlain was wearing during that season, that somehow, some way, ended up in a thrift store where this guy bought for $3.07. And after all was said and done, he co-signed it to Sotheby's auction. And this 19-year-old kid is pocketing 90 grand. Yeah. You know, Wilt Chamberlain had quite the reputation. I bet that jacket could tell some stories.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Do 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 do. Todd, I think it's more than 500. I'm not kidding. I think it's like 10,000. That's what he said. Yeah. Wilt Chamberlain claimed in his 1991 autobiography, A View from Above, that he slept with 20,000 women. He calculated this by estimating he had sex with 1.2 to 1.4 women every single day from age 15 until the book was published. Oh, wow. $20,000. Holy cow. That's Lady Dee Day da da.
News Morning Show. Catch up and know what's going on every morning on your way to work.
Dayton's news and talk.
From the birthplace of aviation, WHIO. Dayton, Springfield, WHIO-FM, Pleasant Hill.
Jail sentence in a deadly semi-crash in Greene County. We'll have that for you at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Oh, well, go have fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Good time. Anytime you need a payment. Good time. Anytime you meet a friend. Good time. Anytime you're out from under. Not getting hassled, not getting hustled. Keeping your head above water. Making a way when you can. Temporary layoffs. Good times. Easy credit rip-offs. Good times. Scratching and surviving. Good times. Hanging in a jar. Good times. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Good times.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Well, of course, that was the iconic theme to the sitcom Good Times back in the 70s. Jimmy Gilstrap, he was a R&B singer. He performed on that song. He passed away, age of 79, and he, most recognizably in that song, he's the one who sang Temporary Layoffs. Yeah. Gilstrap was a co-singer on the song with the other singer, Blinky Williams, which, by the way, great name, Blinky Williams. The Good Times ran from 74 to 79. Gilstrap's tenor could be heard on the line Temporary Layoffs, as I just said. And he was also a featured vocalist with Stevie Wonder's Wonder Love and sang the first 2 lines of his singer's Grammy Award-winning song, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. You know, speaking of Good Times, people that have listened to WHIO for a very, very long time may recall this, and I've mentioned it a few times on the show over the years, that back in the mid-'90s, Jimmy Kid Dynamite Walker, Jimmy Walker, stand-up comedian, but was also an actor on Good Times, tried his hand at being a conservative talk host and came to WHIO and filled in for one of the vacationing afternoon talk hosts. And I got to meet Jimmy Walker, and he was an interesting guy and struggling so hard to get back into comedy and mainstream. And the thing that people don't realize is Jimmy Walker, when he was doing stand-up at a very, very young age, he was paying people like Jay Leno and David Letterman for jokes. Like, he was the big guy. Like, he was the dude. And then the sitcom went away. I don't know if he left on his own or if he was fired. I can't remember what the story was. But, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Also, last segment, we were talking about the Wilt Chamberlain warm-up jacket that some guy found out in Portland, Oregon, bought for $3, turned around and sold it for $90,000 at an auction. I mentioned that the story, or that the jacket could probably tell a lot of stories because he had quite the reputation. And somebody on the live stream asked, oh, is he the guy that claims he slept with 500 people or 500 women? Well, I did a little research. I knew that number was kind of low. Wilt Chamberlain claimed in his 1991 autobiography, A View from Above, that he slept in his life up to the point of when the autobiography was printed, 20,000 women. 20. Oliver, my producer, I could hear him through the window. Wow,
that's insane.
Yeah, he calculated that he estimated he had sex with 1.2 to 1.4 women every single day from the age of 15 until the book was published. Man, legendary.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
I love this show.
It's fun to listen to.
Locally grown.
Here in Dayton.
Seriously funny.
It's a crash apart with wild ideas.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Live.
Talk about posting up. Happy birthday, Dennis. Did you get everything sorted at the, is he on right now? Is Dennis on? I know last night he was, I guess, at the ER or something, wasn't he? Are you ready for a cool down? It's gonna get kind of cool. Are you ready for a cool down? Doobie-doo, doobie-doo. Oh, good, Dennis. I'm glad. Everything okay? You all right? You all right? Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO, Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
WHIO is all news.
Dayton's News
all talk.
And talk.
All the time. The WHIO News Traffic and Weather Center is active. If news breaks, we'll break in. This is the Miami Valley's radio station, WHIO.
Depend on it.
Hey, what time is it?
It's showtime!
Look, it's showtime!
Am I late?
We were just about to begin without you. It's showtime.
Oh, this will be great.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Hey, who wants to have some fun? I do. Now, you just saying you want to have fun, or do you really want to have fun?
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up and rolling on Facebook and YouTube. Before 7 o'clock, we are going to give somebody a pair of tickets to see Rod Stewart and Richard Marx at Riverbend Music Center, August 9th. Just listen for the Rod Stewart clip of Hot Legs. And I saw that Rod said that this is probably his last tour. He's been, I don't know that he's been having health problems necessarily, because I don't want to start that rumor. But I know that maybe a month or so ago when he was out on tour, he had to take a break and jump into some sort of hyperbolic chamber or something like that. Something weird. But he's getting up there. He's getting up there. And I've seen Rod in concert a couple of times, and I think he does a fantastic job. Very energetic, at least when I saw him. Probably the most number of costume changes I've ever seen. But anyway, be listening for that particular clip of Hot Legs, and you can score those tickets. Lots of times here on the show, we talk about stories that are sort of sad or make you angry or criminals or something like that. But every once in a while, we get a beautiful little hero story. A great hero.
You're a hero.
We could use a hero.
You're a hero, man. A real hero.
He's a hero.
Now go be a hero.
You're a real hero.
Still my hero.
This unsung hero.
You're a hero, buddy.
This is pretty cool. This happened in Delaware. Beautiful Delaware. A 5-year-old boy became a real-life hero when he helped save a man from drowning. Wow. How did this happen? Well, this little boy, his name is Lucas. He was on his way home with his mom and dad from a school performance where he had just performed. And he was looking out the window, and this little eagle-eyed boy saw a man frantically waving from a rapidly disappearing sandbank as his family was driving home in New Brighton, England. So this little kid, he sees this guy out there on the sandbank with, by the way, 2 dogs. And he could see that he's out stuck in the water. And just the distance to try to swim, too far, too dangerous, didn't want to risk his life or those of his dogs. But he's waving for help. And I guess nobody saw him. Well, Lucas did. So he said, "Hey, Mom, Dad, there's a guy." I don't know if that's what he sounded like, but that's how he sounds like in this story. Anyway, they pull over and they see the guy out there, and he's in trouble. He's in real trouble. So they make a call to the Coast Guard, and the Coast Guard sent a boat that just happened to be not far from the area. They were doing some training. So they sent this kid, or sent the boat to this guy and his dogs, and saved him from the sandbank. But here's the best part of all of this. This is 100% true. The little kid sitting in the back seat who had just done a school performance, he was wearing a costume. That's right. Kid was dressed as Batman. I love that. Yeah. So after the man and his dogs were brought safely ashore, the family told Lucas he had become a hero himself. Beyond all the accolades, young Lucas has also been offered a tour of the New Brighton lifeboat station. Ooh. And gets to meet the crew. The other interesting part of this story is that apparently he is a member of the Scouts. Now, what's interesting is he's 5. And I didn't realize that they had Scouts that young. I think I remember when I joined Scouts, I was maybe 8. I was just a Cub Scout. And then at 10, I became a Weeblo. But it says Lucas is a member of Squirrels, the Scout section for 4 and 5-year-olds. And I guess he's hoping that his heroic actions will earn him the 999 badge. I've never heard of the Squirrels Scouts. Is that something that's everywhere? Or is that just maybe in New Brighton, England, or in the New England area? Oh, wait, New Brighton, England. Wait, it's something screwy here. I saw a story where it was in Delaware. I said that. That's odd. I know that it was, I swear it was in Delaware. Okay. Ian's like, hang on. He's looking for this. Am I right about this? This is why we really should have pre-show meetings. All right, give me some info.
Still reading, but it says New Brighton, Merseyside. And let me see where Merseyside is at.
That's England.
Is that England?
But I swear I saw a story where this was in Delaware. I don't get it. Oh, well, it doesn't matter at this point. Anyway, the kid's a hero. And he was wearing a Batman costume. That's all that matters. Yes? No? It doesn't matter.
You mean you're wrong. It's England.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
all right. Well,
I don't know.
It's still a great story, I suppose. All right. Well, we'll move on. I could have just glossed right over that, not said anything. Nobody would know the difference. We've got an idiot with a gun story.
Another idiot with a gun.
And I know this is in Indianapolis.
Why don't you just give me the gun, all right?
An idiot with a gun? What was that business with a gun?
A naked guy with a gun?
Why can't you just pick up the stupid gun and wave it around?
Hate to shatter your ego, but this ain't the first time I've had a gun pointed at me.
Someone's slipping. Indianapolis man is facing multiple felony charges after allegedly shooting 2 of his friends by accident inside a West Side home last week. A single gunshot wounded 2 victims who were in bed at the time, a man and a woman. Let's see. The man was hit in the arm while the woman was shot in the side of the chest and armpit. Cops arrived. The suspect was still on the scene. And even before being arrested, he took 100% responsibility for the shooting. Witnesses recall that the suspect had gotten drunk and was playing around with his gun all night. A witness told police they asked him to stop messing around with the firearm, but he said, "No, I can do what I want. It's Indiana." Wow. After the shooting, the 21-year-old allegedly put the handgun down on the bed and admitted police, "I was being stupid with the gun. Sometimes when I get drunk, I play around with the clip." And he added, it was 100% on me. I was a complete idiot. Well, here's the thing. Police say, even if it was an accident, it still happened. It happened. The 2 friends who were shot have been released from the hospital, are recovering. The guy maintained he did not intend to shoot his firearm or injure anyone, but he was just being a dumb A. Yeah. At the house playing around with the gun while he was drunk. But he's being held without bond. So there you go. Idiot with a gun in Indiana.
Please identify yourself.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Well, who is this guy and where did he come from?
Maybe he escaped from the circus.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I mean, this guy is something else.
That's for you. Keep listening to the radio.
On WHIO.
Wow, that was kind of pathetic. Where was this again? Lord. Well, that is true, Heather. I don't do AI stories. I read them all the time, though. I mean, I see them all the time. You can just tell that they're written by AI. Not necessarily like made up stories, like fake stories, but just the way they're written. You can just tell that it's AI. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Rod Stewart, Richard Marx down at Riverbend, August 9th. If you'd like to win a pair of tickets to go to that show, be the sixth caller right now at 937-957-1290, and we'll hook you up with those tickets. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube this weekend. Down at Riverscape, United Irish of Dayton presents Celtic Fest. This is a huge event. I was out there last year. We had folks from the Celtic Festival on Wing It Wednesday last year, brought in a bunch of great food from the Dublin Pub. And they're going to be back tomorrow night for Wing It Wednesday. They're expecting 90,000 people down there. And I got to tell you, for the whole weekend, when I was down there on Sunday, and it wasn't so bad. It wasn't like super crowded. I mean, there were a lot of people, but it was just a cool event. I really enjoyed it. There's going to be, of course, Irish food, beer, music, culture. It starts on Friday, 5:30 to 11, and then on Saturday, 11:30 to 11, and then Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And the cost is absolutely free. You can go and watch all the entertainment. There's, I think, three stages. WHIO is the sponsor, I think, for the traditional Irish music. That's where we were last year. And I met a lot of great performers, a lot of great people that were out there, and they keep the drinks coming. So check it out. It's Riverscape Metro Park. Once again, Celtic Fest. We have some dumb criminals to talk about.
You were saying that I was too dumb to be a criminal. Criminals? Dumb, stupid, dumb. Look how dumb they are. How dumb can you be?
Dumb. We're criminals.
It's funny how dumb you are.
So a little while ago, I got confused about a story that I thought was in Dover, Delaware, but in fact, it was in New Brighton, England. Here's the story from Dover, Delaware. Cops in Dover, Delaware say a woman who attacked a worker and robbed a Wendy's restaurant after complaining about her order was arrested on Sunday after she returned to the fast food eatery to retrieve an AirPod that she had dropped. Love that. The initial incident happened Sunday just before midnight. The angry customer requested a cash refund after complaining about her order. She became agitated when workers said, you're SOL. Okay, maybe you'll get your money back, but you got to talk to the manager. You got to talk to the manager. We can't do it. We can't just give you money. That's not how this works. During the incident, cops say the woman went behind the service counter, entered an employee-only area, and removed $15 from a cash register. So somehow she figured out how to get it open. I bet she has fast food experience. As she stole from the register, officials claim the suspect assaulted an employee that was attempting to stop the theft. She reportedly punched the woman who worked at Wendy's multiple times in the chest. But then she threw the money that she had stolen from the cash register out the drive-through window. Outside waiting was, and it's only described as a boy. It doesn't say what age. If it was a little boy, was it a teenage boy? Anyway, the kid outside had traveled there to the Wendy's with the woman. He collected the money off the parking lot. Before they fled the scene, the suspects threatened to shoot the restaurant up. While cops were at the scene investigating, a few hours later, the woman returned to the Wendy's in search of her Apple iPod that she had dropped during the robbery. And at that time, she was taken into custody. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty stupid criminal. I can sort of, I mean, I wouldn't, first of all, I wouldn't rob a Wendy's. But maybe I would go back if I dropped my wallet. Maybe. but not an AirPod. You just sacrifice that for the crime, right? It's the cost of doing business.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
I love this show.
It's fun to listen to.
Locally grown.
Here in Dayton.
Seriously funny.
It's a crackpot with wild ideas.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Call me now.
Call me.
He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we could do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. You know, I don't talk politics on the show, and I'm not going to do that now, but I did see this story that made me chuckle because, you know, you may not like the current leadership, but to be so easily triggered that you would choose to fly or change your airline tickets to go to a different airport that's not named after Donald Trump is something else. This United Airlines had to clarify its ticket policy following confusion over a viral memo suggesting that passengers could change flights for free if they objected to landing at the newly renamed President Donald J. Trump International Airport in Florida. Let's see, the current, what's the current name? The Palm Beach International Airport. They're changing it to Donald J. Trump Airport. The airline confirmed that while reservation agents have some flexibility, changes due to an airport's name are not allowed to be changed without a fee. Oh, that's something. The controversy began when an internal memo suggested United agents could offer alternatives like Fort Lauderdale or Miami airports to travelers unwilling to fly in to the newly renamed Donald Trump International. I guess that's, let's see, it changes August 18th. It says the airport code will remain PBI until August 18th when it changes to DJT. I mean, look, I get it. I understand, but I just can't imagine being so triggered that you're like, I am not going to fly into that airport. Oh my gosh. You know what? It goes for anybody else who's in office, right? If they decided to rename Dayton International Mike DeWine International Airport, and people are like, oh, I'm not going to go in. Oh my goodness. Hey, guess what? It's Tuesday.
Why don't you go inside and get yourself a tasty snack?
Want a bite? They're real tasty.
How you get so big that you fold up this guy?
It was tasty, delicious, and tasty.
When you're hungry, everything looks tasty.
That was tasty little hors d'oeuvre.
You know, I love chatting about food because it's one of the few things we can all sort of agree on. We may not agree on politics, as I just mentioned, sports teams, or what are the other ones? Oh, religion, or the metric system versus the imperial system. But we all love a good meal. So this is kind of cool. A new restaurant from the chefs of two popular Montgomery County restaurants has opened in Dayton. Piccolo Orsetto opened on Monday. The restaurant from the chefs of Meadowlark in Kettering and Wheat Penny in Dayton opened up on Wayne Avenue. Piccolo Orsetto is right next to Wheat Penny on Wayne Avenue, and it's open every day from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a new place for breakfast, brunch, and lunch. So that sounds kind of cool. I like both of those restaurants, Wheat Penny and the Meadowlark. So I'll have to give that a try. I also saw, and I meant to print it out, and I don't know why, I don't know where it's ended up. It's somewhere on a printer in this building, but I saw that the new China Cottage opened up in Huber Heights. Now that's 4 locations. Got the one in Kettering, the one in Centerville, Washington Township. I think there's one in Springboro and now in Huber. And if I'm correct, I'm trying to remember, I think it might be on Chambersburg or somewhere near there. But that's kind of cool. I love China Cottage. Good stuff. Good stuff. This Friday, if you are a fan of the mac and cheese, you're going to want to check out Dayton Mac and Cheese Fest. This is happening at the Brightside Music and Event Center, 905 East 3rd Street in Dayton. It goes from 5 to 10. Entry is free. It's a family-friendly event. The beer garden is open, though, their patio and indoor seating, in case the weather gets a little crazy, but I don't think it's supposed to be. Tons of vendors serving mac and cheese and thematic items. Let's see some of the food vendors that are scheduled to appear: Red Berry, Home Cooked Vibes, Mama Bear's Mac, Let's Eat Food Truck, Queen's Table, Dirty Chicken, Steak It Easy, First Bite Catering, Order Up Food Truck and Catering, Your Vegan Chef, We Do Barbecue, Boss Hogs Barbecue, Tuesdays Tacos and Churros, El Bueno Taco, Timeless Tacos, Taiwan On, Little Trolley Donuts. Now, I wonder if they're going to try to do some sort of mac and cheese donut. That might be kind of interesting. I could see them doing that. I Heart Ice Cream and Game Truck. So there you go. That's going to be happening once again Friday, 5 to 10, Brightside Music and Event Center downtown. This was new over the weekend, but I just thought I'd mention it again. The Chick-fil-A up in Troy is set to reopen this week. On a social media post, ownership announced that the remodeled location will open this Thursday, the 23rd, 6:30 a.m. The location was closed for remodeling and expansion on March 1st. As part of the project, Chick-fil-A expanded its former AT&T store that is shared with the building. Oh, wow. So they've expanded. That's what the story said. To celebrate the reopening, anyone who visits the restaurant on Thursday dressed in cow spots can redeem one free entree or kids meal inside the restaurant or drive-through. It's located on West Main Street. I'll tell you what, the one in Beaver Creek rocks. Mary and I go to that Chick-fil-A quite frequently. And they've got the parking or the drive-through down. I love how they do it.
Is this the one that's on North Fairfield?
Yeah.
You mean the one that wraps around the building 3 times just to get in line?
No, it doesn't go around 3 times.
Todd, I was going to pick up Helena some food the other day for her lunch, and that line was wrapped around the building 3 times.
3 times? I've never.
There was obviously the 2 lines, but then there was like 1.5 starting to form around it. So it was. I went inside. I never go inside.
Well, I was going to say that's when you park the car across the street at the whatever that medical place is, and dodge the traffic and go in and get your food and get out.
I just jumped the barrier.
Right. Yeah. But my experience there has been pretty good.
The people are very nice. It is fast service. It's just the line. It just sucks sometimes.
Well,
that goes for all
popular.
places. That goes for all places.
It's very popular. Hey, did you? By the way, you didn't get on the board there until 6 o'clock. Did you hear the Evening Edge AI jingle that we played?
No.
I got an email from Jamie Duke up in Tip City. He's a big time Edgehead, loves the show. And he decided that using some sort of AI music tool, I don't know what he used, he wanted to create a song for the show.
Well, isn't that nice?
Yeah. And he used a bunch of little themes from the show, like Cheez-It and my Marconi nomination and just a couple of other things. But you want to hear it?
Sure.
It'll kill some time.
Had a crazy day, need a laugh instead. Turn it up loud, it's the Evening Edge. Todd's got the jokes, the stories, the fun. Taking your calls from everyone. The Evening Edge, that's the place to be. On WHIO Radio, weekdays 5 to 7, you see a Marconi Award nominee, bringing laughs galore. With a box of Cheez-Its, never far from the drawer. Got something funny? Pick up the phone, 957-1290. You're never alone. Join the conversation, be part of the show. You never know where the laughs will go. Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. Monday through
It's not bad.
Todd's on the air. Come laugh with him. The Evening Edge on WHIO. Where the funny funniest part of your evening is just one
So,
call away.
here's the thing. I appreciate Jamie doing this.
I feel like I'm about to learn something on PBS Kids.
Oh, yeah.
That intro is so coded with
Well,
like
and the thing is there is a certain sound because like we have the Dayton, Ohio one that there's a bunch of those like this one.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic.
and it sounds amazing, but you can just hear something that sounds just AI and
it's that tinginess
phony.
in the voice. It's like you can tell it's metallic.
Yeah.
Those clankers.
But here's the thing. This is the thing that scares me is that at some point, like any technology, it's going to get better.
Yeah. And we're not gonna be able to tell the difference.
Yeah. And the thing that I thought of when Jamie sent this is that and this is kind of inside radio, but it's kind of interesting. A lot of radio stations back in the 60s and 70s and 80s and and some still today, they would play jingles, radio jingles, which were highly produced musical pieces singing about a radio station.
Yeah.
WHIO used to run them all the time. I have some of them.
There's one that Jason ran when I was coming in for one of the holidays, like maybe 4th of July or whatever.
Yeah.
He played one that was super old, and it was like WH.
Yeah.
I loved that
I've got
one.
that one.
It's
I've
so
got
fun.
that one.
It's so nice, and it's just so
But
nice.
here's the thing is that when those were produced, this was an actual orchestra / band in a recording studio with singers.
You had to pay them.
Who and by the way, jingle packages were not cheap.
Oh, I don't doubt.
I mean, I'm
We
not
learned
kidding.
about
You're
that at
talking
ICB.
like 15, 20 grand for a package of radio jingles, customized radio jingles. And that some of that sounds exactly like that, like what they've been able to do. So
honestly, I don't think I like that. I don't like thinking like that.
It
is what it
don't
is, and
disagree.
it's gonna be like that,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
But man.
But I mean, there are parts of it that the one that Jamie sent, I think I could probably use.
Yeah, trim it up a bit.
But but I know some people they push back. You start using AI stuff or whatever, they're not happy about it. But I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
It's valid. Those clankers.
Clankers.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Yeah, the Puerto Rico song rocks. I like that one. The Dayton one's not bad, but I think the topics are a little lame. I mean, I know they mentioned the Wright brothers, but they mention Alice and Janney, which I like Alice and Janney, but I don't know. I feel like there could have been other Dayton gems that could have been mentioned. But I liked the one that Jamie sent for my show. I thought it was pretty cool.
And know what's going on every morning on your way to work.
Dayton's news and talk.
From the birthplace of aviation, WHIO, Dayton, Springfield, WHIO FM, Pleasant Hill.
It will start feeling more like fall around the area. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah, we're going to go have some fun, aren't we?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. Well, we were just talking about that AI jingle that listener made, Jamie up in Tip City for the Evening Edge. It sounds very AI, but there's some strong points to it. But we were just talking about the old radio jingles that WHIO used to have. And I have a ton of these on my hard drive. So here's, and I know Ian likes these. So.
There's so much soul to it.
It's not AI. Now this one,
so good.
This one was recorded during the period or the era when the song Shaft and was a big hit, and the TV show or movie. People will recognize this. Yeah. Yeah. But those are, those are the real deal.
We should bring those back. We should bring something similar to that back.
I don't know. Some of them sound pretty stale, pretty old. And yeah.
Mine.
Here's another one. Here it is. It's titled Medium to Slow Transition. So this is going from a medium tempo song to a slow song.
Oh.
That's how these were used. Yeah. Those are fun.
Love those.
Those are fun. All right. Well, there you go, folks. That's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night just after 5 o'clock. It's Wing It Wednesday, and we're going to have some folks here from the Celtic Festival going on this weekend down at Riverscape Metro Parks. WHIO is one of the stage sponsors and co-sponsors of the event, so that'll be fun. They bring food and lots of Jameson. Don't forget, you get the podcast of the show at eveningedgetodd.com and many other podcast platforms. You can always go back and watch the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Have a terrific Tuesday night. We'll talk to you tomorrow here on the Evening Edge.
So that's it?
I'm afraid so.
That was exciting.
But I've heard enough of this weird crap. We'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all for tonight, folks.
All right, we'll see you next time.
So pull the plug already.
This is the station Dayton turns to first for live.
All right, everyone. Have a good one.